Let's see. My chair just broke. There's absolutely no way that my chair just broke. Okay, so it's the 13th. Yeah, my chair completely broke. Wow. That's crazy. I don't think this is supposed to come undone from this. Temporary fix. Anyway, man, stuff's been really trying to piss me off today. That's all I'm saying. I've already got pissed off by so much stuff today. But anyway, I actually went to the beach today. Just got back from doing this overnight. Fake employee went not so good. Let me clean off my camera real quick. It's a little dirty. Got some sand. There we go. Anyway, so yeah. Fake employee didn't go as good as I thought. It was still going pretty good. Went to Walmart, done the fake employee at Walmart. Got some like suits and stuff off of TikTok shop, and there was someone eBay that you can just buy. So we tried to look good. We're gonna start trying to do it on Black Friday because I mean this one was just like out of the blue, like nowhere, just fake employee, boom. And we lasted probably like 40 minutes. We weren't really harassing anybody. We went up to different people and we were like, I want to keep it, PG in my live streams, but we're goofy sometimes. So I went up to like a couple different people and I was like, Fondlema, and they were like, what's Fondlema? And I was like, Fondlema, and they were like, what's that? And I was like, Fondlema, and they were like, yeah, I don't know what that is, and I was like, y'all know the rest, and we were just acting stupid, we're just being kids, and so there, of course, there's always that one Karen that gets carried away and like, get away from me. So of course managers get called. They know that we don't work there, and we get kicked out. They threaten to call the cops, so we have to leave before the cops get there, which we failed to do at Buc-ee's. But we got out before the cops could get there. I don't even think they really called the cops, to be honest. So yeah, it was pretty cool. And then of course, we done our overnight. So, but that was in a different one. But yeah, pretty cool still. I actually have to go to a baseball game because my high school is starting their games for the summer again. They started at the beginning of June. Then they only done one game and finished it. We're having a game today, which I'm super psyched about. I just got back from the beach, like I said. I went there. I mean, I don't know. I don't really know what time. This is sometime this morning. Done some swimming, hung out. Now what I gotta say is I know I didn't update at all on Power 20 for what we're doing for what our overnight and our fake employee and stuff. And the reason behind that is because I just feel like I get way too carried away with updating 24/7, and I still want to update y'all, but come on, y'all got to get y'all's Face ID and stuff. Y'all got to get y'all's verification going because, guys, it's really hard for me to do it, and I'm still gonna do it. I know I didn't update it all, but I'm just trying to get y'all the gist of it. So in this live stream, so basically what happened was we got there, done the fake employee prank, done some stupid stuff, got of course kicked out. We actually tried to go back to that Walmart a couple hours later, and I don't think anyone noticed us, but we saw a couple people calling people, and we were just like employees, and we were like, yeah, I don't know if they're calling the cops because they kept on looking at us. So we were like, yeah, we're just gonna head out. So and then we went to another Walmart, and that's where we done our overnight. Yeah, so it's pretty cool. They have really strong security systems. I think they have motion sensor security systems. So we try to get everything in our little fort that we have first, and then of course cop it and stuff like that. So I've been comping like a lot of stuff lately, like especially like every time I go to a store and when we do overnights and stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna go get my uniform on. So basically, in this these baseball games, we have pants, but we don't have like tops. So I'm just gonna try to find, because our mascot colors are maroon and white. So I'm just gonna try to find something like a shirt that's maroon, and because we don't have tops, because it's more like a, I mean, it's just a summer, have fun game instead of, actually like competing. So I'm gonna go grab my pants. I don't know where they are, but I think they're over here actually. Maybe they ain't. Go in here real quick. Maybe here. Where did I put those pants? Got him. Gotta find my belt. It's typical white pants with a maroon stripe right here. I'm trying to find my belt. I don't really remember where I put my belt at. I may not be wearing my belt today. Wow. Found the belt and my hat. Now, of course I know where my hat is. I wear it all the time, basically. So this, the summer ball is, I mean, they let you wear whatever hat you want, so I could like literally show up to the game with a Kansas City Chiefs hat on. But I'm still gonna support my team. I keep on getting notifications. Okay, it's just CapCut notification. So yeah, the last time I wore these are actually a small, and well, I heard a lot of people say that I have a big butt, and the last time I wore these was in June. So I'm gonna go put them on real quick, and I'm gonna green screen y'all real quick. Whoa, nope, that's the wrong one. Hold up. I'll just put y'all on the list. Oh, that was almost bad. Wow, bro, I swear my butt probably grown since June, man. See, These are feeling tight in the crotch. I gotta suck in just to... I don't know why, bro, would give me the biggest or the smallest pair of pants. Like, my hips are pretty wide. I don't know, I'm just gonna have to deal with it. The last time I put these on, I was having to wear shorts with it. Like, I was wearing shorts underneath it because I was late to the game. Twin, look how tight these are. I'm not even joking. I'm gonna try to do like a, I can't do push-ups. Try to do like a, lunge. Can barely even do lunges. Like I get a huge wedgie if I try to do a lunge. Oh my gosh. I'm not gonna be able to have kids after this. Yeah, I definitely don't need the belt. For sure. Definitely don't need the belt. This should be a loser dare to one of our challenges. Bro, these are tight. I feel like I'm really stupid for putting on the belt. I genuinely don't need it at all. Alright, I gotta go find me a maroon shirt. Wait, can y'all even see these pants? I don't even think I can see the pants. Yeah, dude, these are tight. Let me ungreen screen y'all. I mean, these are tight, like really tight. What have I done since June? God, that scared me. What have I done since June? I mean, look, around my legs, like... It's making my legs look like fat. Trust me, it's muscle, it's not fat. Trust me. Alright, let's go try to find a maroon shirt in my not so huge wardrobe. Let's go find something. That's my kitty. Yeah. Anyway. Oh my god, my hair. I'm gonna have a hat on anyway. So, not really anything close to maroon in here. I mean, except for this one. This one's pretty much maroon. It's an air yacht. I don't really want to wear a good air yacht shirt on a baseball field, especially if I gotta dive or slide. Oh heck no! I'm not wearing a long sleeve shirt. That's for sure. Dude, I could be screwed. Unless there's something in here that I can use. I'm praying that there is. I mean, you don't have to wear a maroon shirt. I just want to wear a maroon shirt, but it said you don't have to wear a maroon shirt. The only thing that you have to wear are colors is the pants. So, I really don't have to wear a maroon shirt. I really just want to. I mean, I have this one, but it's air yacht. I don't want to wear air yacht on a ball field. So I think I'm gonna wear my ice cream baseball shirt. It ain't maroon by any means. It's black, pink, yellow, and blue. But man, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, you know? Alright. Definitely not putting on this back here. This is what it is. I'm gonna tuck it in the back. Baseball lifestyle or something like that. Baseball lifestyle, I'm pretty sure is what it says. I had to undo my belt again. What's the point anyway, bro? Cause oh my god. There's no way I can possibly even fit these in here. I really don't think there is. I really think I'm genuinely cooked with these pants. I'm already sweating just by putting these pants on. You know how hot I'm gonna be out there on the field today with black? That says 90. I mean, it's backwards for y'all because you're on camera, but this is actually 9 and a 0, so it's 90 outside. And it's only gonna keep getting higher because it rained yesterday, or no, day before yesterday, into yesterday. I feel like this shirt is like. I look sort of professional, sort of. Not really, kind of. I know I gotta find my sunglasses to put them on, cause I really don't know where those are. And I gotta get my cleats, which I haven't put on since June. I just scared her. Anyway. Where are my sunglasses? Shoot. I really don't know where those are. It smells like fire in here. Yeah, none of those. Okay. I'll be pitching this game, by the way, so I'm happy about. Dude, these are squeezing me in ways I shouldn't be squeezed in places that I shouldn't be squeezed in. See, these are old sunglasses. They're literally plastic all the way. I don't even know. I don't even know if they'll look good. No, not really. They really do not look good. If I put my hat down just a little bit. God, this Velcro was killing me. I don't know. If I have my glove on out in the outfield, I mean, it's good to have in the outfield because I'll be on the outfield and pitching today. It's pretty sunny today. I don't know, I feel stupid wearing sunglasses inside, so I just put on my hat until the game. That's better. I'm excited. I haven't played a real game in a while. Trying to get this mullet out. Practice my swing. One. I'm just gonna pretend like the count's 2-2. So the thing is you're like this, put your body down. I do that, but usually if it's 2-2 or something like kind of like that where I'm about 2 strikes, usually put my bat back, then get down, then swing. That usually helps me for some reason. Oh my god. Can't wait to get these pants off though. I'm gonna trust the pitching. I'm so excited for September. It's football season. Oh yeah. Let's pitch a little bit though. This right here is what I'll be doing in about an hour and a half. What's on here? Low battery? Yeah. 10% already? Never pitch with sunglasses on your hat, by the way. Never pitch with sunglasses on, either. Just like throwing it at the wall, catching it with my bare hand. Even though the one I'm catching it with isn't even the one I use my glove with. No! No! Out of all places it could have hit. Oh, yeah. Hold on. Dang it, bro. reminds me, if anyone ever watched Breaking Bad, because if so, it's been a while since I've watched it. I'm trying to catch back up on it. I've once finished all of the episodes and all the seasons. Don't worry. Yeah, see, that's why I don't pitch with your sunglasses on, but pants saved them, so. Anyway, I'm trying to catch back up on all of it. No! I mean, I don't have my glove here. So the closest thing that I can use as a glove is a hat. Yeah, I know, it's not much. It's just gonna fall right out. See, I would have caught that if it didn't fall right out, but... like swatting at it every time it comes at me. I got that, by the way. I got that. Just give me some time. I'm rusty. It's been a while since I played an actual game. Get out of the window. It's stuck on the ball. Let's get it off of there. It's stuck on my sunglasses. Oh! Almost came back in the face. That was a good pitch though. Alright, so this is probably about, like I said the other day, it's probably about 30 feet. Half the distance from the pitching mound. So, where I was just, that's probably 10 feet. So here we go. Oh. I couldn't even do my windup because there's not enough space back there. My windup is so messed up. I can only really do it good when I'm on dirt. I'm getting more already. Oh my God. Tell you what, you try to bite me one more time, you're gonna send this ball fly right into your face. She's been trying that for some reason often a lot now. I don't know why. I'm going to try to turn around and catch it. So I'm going to try to realize where it's coming from. I didn't even come close. I Remember where I could have hit, bro. That's the hit. Right on the corner of this. I just jammed my finger. I'm gonna try to pitch sidearm. Now I'm gonna try to pitch submarine. My best friend can pitch submarine. I feel like I have more speed submarine. Oh. Dang it. I'm trying my hardest to dive. I'm trying to work on my diving skills. Let's work on those. Oh, I still caught it. Let's go. Oh. Yeah, if I didn't close my hand, I caught it. And I'm getting better. I mean, there's probably a second reaction time. So when you throw it, you gotta know where the ball's gonna go. No. I gotta get a drink. Yeah, I dropped a little bit, but this carpet's been here for a while, so. And like, I hasn't seen it before. Sorry. Woohoo! No! By the way, if y'all think that what I'm doing is childish, I can guarantee y'all don't play baseball. Or any sport for that matter. So like basketball, if you play basketball, whether you're a girl or a boy, I don't care what you are, I think everyone should enjoy the sport, except for, you know, the transgenders. I mean, you don't really know who they are, first of all, so I don't really think they should be able to join a sport. That's why Oklahoma's made that a law. But first of all, girls, especially if you're in girl athletics, usually softball players, they know what's up. They know baseball, they know basketball, they know softball, they know golf, they know basically every sport, all right? Female basketball players usually only play basketball and softball. Most of them don't play softball though, most of them only usually play basketball. But my advice to anyone, girl or a boy, if you play a sport such as basketball or anything, y'all need to practice like this. Especially if you play basketball, you know, you need to get your stuff an at-home hoop. You need to go out there. You need to work on something because you're going to fail more times than you succeed. Especially in the game of baseball. I mean, baseball, it's not about a game of minutes, it's not about a game of accuracy, it's not about a game of seconds, it's actually a game about milliseconds. First of all, that's what my coach always says, you know? He's always like, baseball is one of the most difficult sports out there that anyone could possibly play. You have to have real athleticism to be able to play this game. You have to have real sportsmanship, and you have to have real skills, such as, you know, your hand-eye coordination, your throwing capabilities, your catching capabilities, your reaction speed, your reaction, you know, your time. You know, you need to have skill, but you also need to have precision at the same time. So, I mean, someone doesn't need to have skill to have precision, you know. I mean, if I've never played a game of pool in my life, you know, and then I went to go play a game of pool against a lot of my friends, and I don't really have the skill, but I have the precision. So that means I can calibrate where I'm going to be doing it at. And usually a lot of baseball players are pretty good at pool. Usually a lot of baseball players are pretty good at golf, too. I mean, I go play in golf sometimes, you know. A lot of people think it's not a real sport. I don't really assume it as I don't really categorize it as a real sport either. I just like to do it, you know, go to my local course and, you know, like goof around, you know, hit a couple with my friends, you know. I don't take it seriously though, like I do baseball. And, you know, sometimes I'll goofy around baseball too. You know, sometimes, you know, everyone likes to, at like some point, not take your sport 100% serious sometimes. You know, and that's what being the athlete you are. I mean, you don't need to take your sport like super like serious at 100% of the time. Like if you're doing a game, I can my phone died without giving me any warning. Usually it gives me warning right before it dies, but yeah, that's my fault. So sorry about that. I'm gonna have to keep y'all right here while I go do what I'm doing. Anyway, so you know, you don't have to constantly, like I was saying, you don't have to constantly take your sport, you know, 100% serious 100% of the time. I can get it if you're doing a sport or playing a game, doing your practice with your coach around. But if you're just going to the batting cages, you're just going to the court, you know, you're just going to wherever you're going to, you know, whatever you play, just practice with friends. You don't gotta be serious. I mean, yes, if you have a serious friend about the sport, like me, if you try to go to the batting cages, or you try to go to the hitting facility with me, whatever you call them, if you try to go there, and you know, you're just looking over the bats, you know, you're just whacking the crap right out of softballs, and you're just dumping all of the baseballs out just to do it, and just acting 100% full of yourself while we're trying to practice, yeah, I'm probably not going to go practicing with you ever again. I mean, I don't know who would. And, you know, that's not what I really mean about, you know, goofing off during, you know, friend time. What I mean by that is basically like there's a certain extent that you go to with this stuff. So if you go practice with a friend, you know, I'll accept, you know, here's what I'll accept, okay? If you're wanting to go practice, but you're wanting to kind of like goof off just a little bit, you know, you're not wanting to just do it 100 like serious, which trust me, I don't like doing it 100% serious either. I feel like, you know, it's good because I feel like you get to learn stuff. It's like kids get bored, they learn new things. Sometimes them learning new things is good, sometimes it's probably really bad. But it's just like when kids get bored, they learn new things, whether that be good or bad. And it's just like when you're doing practice and you're not doing it 100% serious, they can learn new things. They can teach themselves how to do new things because you're not constantly having it to take 100% serious. And that, you know, that mental, you know, that just the thought of not having to do everything by your coach's orders or something, that could really teach you something. And that's what I've been learning about is when me and my dad used to go to the hitting facility a lot, and then we started inviting my best friend to go there every Wednesday. I really didn't know a whole lot about the sport when I was 13, 12. I was 12. I didn't really know a lot about the sport. I just turned 12. So I was like, you know what? I need to actually get doing a sport because at that point, I was actually gonna do band. And then I was thinking, why would I want to do band? I mean, yeah, band's kind of cool. You know, I like how they sound because I went to a lot of football games. So I was like, I like how they sound. And I was in middle school at this time. I had just started middle school. I was like, I like the way the band sounds. I'm gonna try out for the band. And I can tell every time I mentioned trying out for the band around my dad, he was kind of disappointed in me. It's kind of like saying, Dad, I'm gay. It's kind of like if you said that to your dad, he'd be disappointed. Someone will kick you out. Probably not talk to you ever again. But that's how my dad was when I mentioned wanting to join band. I swear just car door shut. Anyway, when I mentioned I wanted to join band, and it was like, you sure you want to join band? There's sports that can be played. There's football, there's basketball. And I had played basketball when I was in elementary. Didn't know a thing about it. And after a while, after I started goofing off, just, playing it, shooting it, I started learning more rules. That's another thing. So, my dad was like, I could tell that I was disappointing him every time I mentioned trying out for the band because he thinks that it's a zesty sort of thing. And I was like, well, band's a sport because I heard other people say that band's a sport. And he was like, son, first of all, the band is not a sport. Marching band is not a sport. Putting your mouth on an open tube to make some sort of noise is not a sport, okay? It's standing there, burning your butt off, playing an instrument that all people do is listen to. And half of them don't even listen to it. It just blends in with their brain watching the football game. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, it does with me. So I was like, I know, but I still kind of want to join the band. I didn't realize it, but my dad had signed me up for the baseball team. I didn't ask him to. And that's because my brother played baseball at the time. And he was like, well, his brother can do it, he can. So I was like, I was a really scrawny kid at this point. I didn't have, I want to say my fat. I mean, I barely even ate meat. So, and then I started eating meat to get bigger, and then, so now, basically, I play baseball, but at the time I was mad at my dad because he never told me that he signed me up for the team. So I was like, how could you do that? And it was like, because I'm not gonna have a son that plays band, because he thought that it was zesty at the time. He never told me that, but I think it's zesty now. So I'm sure he probably thought it was zesty. So basically, I really got into the sport, really enjoyed the sport, really liked practicing. My dad actually helped practice baseball with me. He went to the hitting facility with me. And I was like, I thanked him for signing me up on the team just last year. I actually thanked him because I was like, I realized how zesty the band is now. Because, I mean, I'm not trying to offend anyone that does like band because, band's pretty cool. I don't really think it's zesty. I don't really think it's a waste of time either because you can get scholarships off of it and stuff like that if you're really good. My town has, I would say, one of the best bands. Probably not in the whole country, but in the state of Oklahoma, it's the best band in my opinion. But I love my town, love everything about it, love the people, love the culture, and the history in it. Of course, y'all probably don't know, but our town actually has a tie to the Titanic because a guy named something Foley was actually going to board the Titanic on the day that it was leaving, going back to New York. And his son actually ended up getting really sick, so he couldn't board it. And he ended up coming back to Eufaula. Oops. Yeah, his name is Eufaula. I mean, yeah. And, fudge. Anyway, so he came back. Yeah, his name was Yeah, you follow fully. And so he was actually gonna board the ship, and turns out he didn't, and everyone lived happily ever after. And that was like in the year 18 something. So no need to look anything up. So anyway, just as a little history lesson. I just think it's really cool. But anyway, you know, I was glad that I ever joined band. You know, I have a lot of friends that joined band. You know, my best friend, he's in band. Hold on. Thanks so much for calling me. Sorry. Anyway, so yeah, I think my dad that he didn't join me, that I didn't get on the band, you know, and I mean, basically, I am on the band anyway because my dad he works for the school. I mean, as a side job, and he drives our band to basically everywhere. And usually, I go with him unless I'm doing something. Like if it's on a weekend and I'm somewhere doing something. Because usually I just go. I want to go to see how the stuff is. But apparently he used to have a friend that done band, and apparently he used to be his best friend back in high school, and his name was my dad's name. It was the same name as my dad, so they both had the same exact name. And he told me his story. He was like, we were basically inseparable. We were best friends. We went out to practice baseball because back in his day he played baseball too. And it was like, well, we used to go play baseball with each other. I would always go over to his house. His mom would cook dinner. And, you know, basically the relationship that me and my best friend have. And so he was like, and then one day he, out of nowhere, asked me if I was coming to his wedding. And, you know, I was like, well, what happened next? And he was like, well, he said he met someone that was also on the band. And I was like, oh, who? And he was like, well, it was a boy. And I was like, what? Because at this point, I was a little young, so I didn't really know what any of that meant. Like, it was new to me. So my dad was like, yeah, he fell in love with another boy on the band. And I was like, oh, really? That's interesting. And my dad was like, yeah. So he asked me if I can go to the wedding, and then I said, oh, yeah, what'd you say? He said, to the no. And I was like, oh, wow. He was like, yeah, I don't want to be associated with that stuff. And then he said, since then, him and his friend, or old best friend, never talked since then, because he had no idea. My dad had no idea that he was, you know, fruity like that. And yeah, first of all, he was mad that he never told him. Second of all, my dad just doesn't like those sort. Or my dad, it's not that he doesn't like. My dad's just not a fan of them. I'm not either. So I don't know. It's kind of I'm just really iffy about this topic. And it's just, I think that's why he doesn't want me to join the band, is because he thinks that, oh, I'm gonna turn fruity. I was like, no, that's never happening in my life. So yeah, don't worry about that. So yeah, that's why I'm glad I didn't join the band. So basically, baseball, I wouldn't even be doing this right now, okay? I'd probably be practicing a flute or a trumpet or some stupid stuff like that. I have respect for our band. I really do. But it's not as serious as they take it. It doesn't need to be as serious as they take it. They literally have so much stuff to do with their band program. And it's not even a competitive sport. They make it a competitive sport. They make it competitive, like having band contests. I mean, a lot of people say, well, what would football be without a band? Look at the freaking NFL. They don't have a band. They have really hot cheerleaders. Not a band, though. So, I was thinking, you know, maybe we could just do away with our band. And the reason is because we don't need a band. We just don't need a band. Now, what I think happened, is on our football games and stuff, if it's homecoming, bring the band along. They deserve to be a part of it. If they don't play a sport, and if they're only in band because they don't like sports or something, it's because they're not athletic or something, whatever, at least let them be a part of it. At least let them be a part of homecoming. Because not in middle school, but homecoming baseball has a homecoming game. So this will be my first year playing for the homecoming game never mind. But this will be my first year playing a homecoming game for everybody in my school district. So I'm super excited to do that because I haven't ever played a homecoming game. And football, they have a homecoming game also. But I don't think our homecoming game is actually on our homecoming. So, yeah, really excited for that, though. And, major respect to our band, though. But they don't need all this. It's gotten to the point where even my dad's they're taking up stuff from every sport in our school district. The band is, I don't know if it's everybody's band or if it's ours because our directors are kind of niche sometimes. But, I like our directors. I like our band directors. They're awesome. I want to say they're nice. Sometimes they're nice. Other times, not so much. But they just, it almost is like they try way too hard. Not the directors, just the whole band itself. It's almost like they try way too hard. They're cocky all the time. Oh, I'm in the band. I play a flute. I suck on an instrument all night. That's probably not the only thing. But there's not cocky. There's also people that aren't cocky on the band. But it seems like everybody that's on the band throws in other people's faces. It's like, bro, you're not athletic. You probably don't even know how to play a sport. You probably don't even know how to play golf. You probably don't even know how to swing a baseball bat. I guarantee you probably don't even know how to shoot a layup. It's just, there'll be some people that are like, oh, I'm in the band. Yeah, we're going to do this weekend. Oh yeah. Okay, it's like Pride. You don't. They try to advertise it way much more than they have to. We don't care if you're going to suck on an instrument and blow your little horn. We do not care. What I care about is going to my championship national tournament on a weekend and having an actual competitive sport. And that's another thing, is they do take up our other sports. So there's been countless times where all of our baseball team, in middle school it was divided up against 6th, 7th, and 8th graders for JV and varsity. There was some of the varsity kids, and I don't really talk to any of the JV kids on the team. I never really talked to all of them, so because I never really seen any of the JV kids as much as I did the varsity kids. So, and even some JV kids have said this. They're like, well, I'm not gonna be able to go to this game because we have a 2 contest this Tuesday, and so I'm not going to be able to go to this game and participate in our activity because our band directors are telling us that we just have to go to this contest and we have to do this and we have to do that. And then some of these varsity kids, mostly in my grade, so it's 9th and mostly last year it was. When I was in 8th grade last year, it was probably 8th graders and 7th and some of the 7th graders that were on varsity. And even some of the 8th graders, which was in my class last year, they were like, even my best friend, he never misses a baseball game. Never. And even if he had a band contest or anything, he would still skip out on that to go to his baseball game. And I was talking to him one day, and he was like, yeah, I'm not going to be able to go to that game at so-and-so, and I'm not going to be able to go over to this tournament because I have a band contest, and the band directors, they're having everyone go, or they're going to have to, they're going to just have to, like, bend over and, get on their knees. Like, I don't really know what their punishment was if they didn't go. I never really asked. But it's still, you can't force a kid to go do something for you out in the blazing hot. I mean, I know he was going to be even more hot if he went to the baseball game, but still, you can't force someone to do that when you literally are playing a career sport. Band is not a career sport. You can't go on and play band for the NFL. You can only go on and play band for college or universities. You can't go on any further than that and play band. So it's useless at one point. It's useless unless they're just trying to get into college, which college is a scam. So, hello, not trying to go to college or university or anything. I'm trying to go to a VOTEC. But, people have their own opinions. What I'm saying is you can't force a kid to do something that he don't want to do. You can't force him to go toot a little horn when he wants to actually play with his team and be a team player. Like, that's disrespectful to the baseball coaches in the first place. That's disrespectful to him, and that's disrespectful to the whole team. All because you need him to go play his little clarinet or trombone. I'm sorry, because you need him to go play his trombone. I don't know, stuff like that pisses me off. Stuff like that just pisses me off to the very point that, because knowing that, even if I've worked countless hours, countless days, probably for like 80 days straight, playing baseball, practicing baseball, ever since I was 12. And to know that these kids, some of them even practice more than I have, some of them are better than I am. I'm not gonna lie or sugarcoat it. Some of these kids, they're better than I am. I'm not gonna lie. But, I still managed to get on the team. I still managed to get a uniform. I still managed to get on the field just as much time as they have. It's not fair to them, and it's not fair to us. It's just wrong. It's just wrong. I genuinely think, I don't know, that's why I think that band shouldn't be in our school district anymore. But I better be going to this game. Thank y'all for listening to me rant about whatever it is I've been on a rant about. One last final pitch just to get the arm movement in one more time before I go to this game and open up the pitch. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Not a real good one. That was all the way up there. But anyway, I'm going to see y'all later. Have an amazing Tuesday. Tuesday. Have an amazing Tuesday. Love all of y'all. Stay safe. Make sure to pray. Yep. Love y'all. And wish me luck. I'm going to see y'all later.